and that's because you have to put in the work for what you want. If you want to go out of state and you're not putting in work, then you don't want to go out of state for college. Senior year is honestly supposed to be the greatest year of your life. Hi, my name is Kashmir Kreates. They call me Kashmir Kreates because I do be creating now. It's my channel. Welcome to my channel, everyone. As you can see from the title below, I am telling you guys where I'm going to be spending the next 4 years of my life. Old! I can't believe, like, literally, hold on, I'm going to take this little bun out because I think it's ugly now. I did a beauty video. So if you want to see that tutorial, it will be up there in the description. Yes, so I will be telling you guys where I'm going to be spending the next 4 years of my life, of my academic career. This video is also going to be the process for me, which was a little bit different because I am going out of state, but I'm moving all the way from Pennsylvania to California. There was a lot of things that I had to learn on the way, so if you want advice on that, please stick to the end because the end of the video is when I'm going to be doing my advice portion of it. I will also be doing more college videos as I go through college because I am not in college yet. I'm just now starting the process. So before we get into the video, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'll wait. You subscribed? Alright, down below where you guys are looking at for schools, for colleges, even if you're a freshman in high school, I still want to know. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. They are right here and they will be up here for a little bit. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So, I applied to a total of 13 schools, and I'm actually going to pull up a list. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go through every single school I applied to, why I applied there, and then if I got in or not. So this video is going to be a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be worth it. Okay, so I applied to University of San Francisco, Santa Clara University, Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, Drexel University, University of Laverne, Cal Baptist University, University of San Diego, San Francisco State, Morgan State, University of Miami, and University of Southern California, so USC. There were some schools that I applied to and I didn't finish, so like Concordia University, I just lost interest in them. And then most of my UCs, at first I was so gung-ho on going to UCLA, and then I toured it and I hated it. So let's talk about the schools that I toured and the touring process. I did not tour every single school that is on this list. I only toured Loyola Marymount, I toured University of Southern California, I toured Drexel, I toured another small college with one of my friends, I toured Lebanon Valley, and then I toured UCLA. So as you can see, I looked at only 5 schools, and 2 of them weren't even on my list. And the reason why I did this, and I think this is something that not a lot of people say on YouTube, but even if you're not applying to a school or you're not interested in that school, if you have an opportunity, and I toured Kutztown too, if you have an opportunity to tour any school, if your friend is like, hey, I'm touring this tomorrow, I don't want to go by myself, do you want to come with me? Go with them and tour. Usually they're free to sign up. Usually all you have to do is just RSVP the day before. You should sign up for as many tours as you can starting your freshman or sophomore year. Because what this does is that even if you don't get to tour your specific school, you know what you like and what you don't like in a school, period. When I went to Kutztown, it was with school, and I didn't realize up until that moment that dorms were a big thing for me. It's not that the dorm had to be big, but it just had to have 2 things. Enough closet space for all my equipment, like my clothes, my shoes, obviously, my makeup and stuff like that. And it had to have either air conditioning, if it's in a hotter area, and I was looking at most of the schools in California, or if I, God forbid, happened to stay over here, it had to have heating, because it does get really cold in the winter up here. So for me, those are the two things that I realized on my first tour, and then I had that in the back of my head when I went on the tours in California. Because of COVID-19, most of my hours for the schools I was actually like narrowed down to got canceled, but I was able to look online and figure out, hey, this is exactly what I was looking for in a dorm. They have it. Boom, that's checked off my list, and that was like top 3 things that I was looking at. Let's get into what my top schools were and if I got in. My top schools, top 5, were University of Southern California. Who doesn't want to go to University of Southern California? I'll insert some pictures if I can find it. But when I toured, I loved the campus. The people were so welcoming. Like, Then University of San Diego. Then La Jolla Marymount, in that order, like second. They were tied for second. Then University of San Francisco. And then 5 was California Baptist University. I got into, out of the whole list, I didn't hear back from 2 schools, and I got into 4 of them. This is the reason why. This is why I think it's very important to watch the end of the video. My GPA has never dropped below a 3.4. Even junior year, when I was this close to failing some things, my GPA was a 3.48, I think, or 3.49. As of right now, it's a 3.6. Freshman and sophomore year, it was a 3.7 freshman year and a 3.8 sophomore year. So I've had good grades. However, I am a horrible standardized test taker. The SATs and the ACTs, I literally remember having a panic attack when I took my first SAT. I took the SAT twice, and I took my ACT once. My SAT scores, and I'm not gonna lie to you, is a 1060. So it's right above average. It's nothing special, even though my GPA is way above average, or like right above average for people in our country. So when LMU came in, I think that was like my second choice, and it was more attainable than USC. USC I knew I wasn't gonna get in, to be honest. But I cried. I really did cry. It was hard. It was really hard because it was really high on my list, and I thought that I was going to get in for a really long time because they look more at your GPA, they look at your essay, they look at your full application. And my full application, because of my resume and everything, amazing. Takes out LMU. I did not get into Santa Clara. University of Miami, last minute, I did not get in. And I didn't try because I didn't want to go to University of Miami. It was just something on my list. So I could say, like, you know. Oregon State, I didn't even hear back from. I sent in everything early, and they would always send me emails saying that I was missing information, and then I would call them, and then it would be, Morgan State is trash. I'm sorry. Their admissions is trash. Even if I got in, even if they gave me it, and they would have given me free tuition for all 4 years, I would not go there. Trash. Their customer service, their admissions counseling, everything at that school was such a hassle, even though they were the ones that invited me to apply. Not get into Drexel. And I did not get into University of San Diego. So that leaves California Baptist University, University of San Francisco State, and University of Laverne. So I'm going to go through the pros and cons of each school. California Baptist University. As you can see, they literally send you a whole box of stuff. There's also a t-shirt, my acceptance letter and my scholarship reward, a pamphlet about important dates, a bumper sticker, and then a Lance Up pin because they're like thing is that. Pros of this school, if I do go there, I most likely will enroll as a dance minor and for their dance team. Their dance team is a D1 sport at that school, which isn't something that I know of for most colleges in America. So they give a lot of scholarships, which I saw as a plus, and which is part of the reason why I even applied there. Also because they are Christian rooted, I think it would help me build my relationship with God. It hasn't been the best lately, to be honest, especially with everything going on. I tend to recoil away from him when there's troubles in my life. And I think being on a campus with other Christians would help me, which is why I applied to why I applied to Cal Baptist University. Also, the fact that they spend this much money to like put into their acceptances, like that's great. I love that. San Francisco State University. Oh, Cal Baptist is in Riverside, which is like 30 minutes away from LA. So all California schools were, which I mostly applied to California schools except for like 2 or 3, and I got into all California schools. So San Francisco State University, this is the only Cal State that I applied to. For me, I just wanted to apply to Cal States as a cheaper option. We didn't have enough money for the application fees, so it was between this or San Diego. And because I applied to University of San Diego, I was like, why not apply to San Francisco State? They are really, really, really good for marketing and business, which is what I'm going in. I'm going in as a marketing major. And because it's in San Francisco, literally Twitter's up there. It's Silicon Valley. It's the Bay Area. There's so many business startups. And mostly, after I stopped looking at LA schools, I looked at San Francisco because I really, really, really do want to be a marketing analyst or a social media analyst or a business analyst. So San Francisco State University for my major, period. One downside that I saw was because it is a public school and it's not in the best area. A lot of stories about how like the dorms are disgusting and they're not really kept up with. And also the area isn't the best as far as like safety. The next school was University of Laverne. Yeah, and they actually gave me the most money out of all of the schools. However, it is one of the more expensive ones because it is a private school. They are a private school, but they're not religiously affiliated, which is something that was a pro and a con for me. It was a con because I do like having religion as a structure, but I don't like it being forced. It was a small school, it was a safety for me, so I knew I was going to get in, and they gave me a lot of money, which is a pro. Cons, their dance team is small, and when I saw videos online, I was really, really, really hard to find. I don't think they offer dance as a minor, and even if they do, it's not like the dancers get good opportunities there. Lastly, University of San Francisco. And they have like so many foldouts, like it's so big. So, University of San Francisco is in San Francisco as well. I applied there for basically the same reasons. My major is pretty big in the Bay Area, marketing, because there's guaranteed spots. Also followed their Spirit Squad, which is their dance team, online, and also there's this amazing YouTuber, you guys have to subscribe to him, named David Louvu, I'm not sure, I hope I'm not butchering it. And when I was looking for dorm tours, I was looking for like anything that I could find because I couldn't tour any of these schools. His videos were so helpful. He does like daily vlogs, weekly vlogs. He's amazing. He's hilarious. Even if you're not looking at any of these schools, definitely subscribe to him. Thank you so much, David. Literally, yeah. If you can't tell, this is where I decided to go. University of San Francisco. They offered me a lot of money. It's still going to be kind of expensive, but they offered me a lot of money. Their dance team is highly involved. They are not a D1 dance team, however the school is D1, so there are a lot of opportunities for dance minors and dance majors or whatever. Everything I looked for in a school, I found, and every single student that I talked to, including David, loves the school. They've worked with me so far with financial aid and stuff like that. So that's where I'm going to be spending the next 4 years of my academic career. Get into the tips and advice for out-of-state students. I'm only going to do 3 main ones, and then I'm going to have more videos coming out later. Number 1, you have to believe that you can go out of state. There are so many people on this journey. Like, I've been talking about going to California since I was honestly like 8 or 9. Like, even if it wasn't for college, I just knew that I wanted to live there. And to be honest with you, like, there were a lot of, like, even, like, teachers that, it wasn't like they were trying to talk me out of it, but they were just like, wow, really? Like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? Be a surfer? Like, you have to believe that you can do it. Don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let anyone say, like, it's gonna be so expensive, because to be honest, I only applied to one school in state, Drexel, and that staying in state would have been way more expensive even if I stayed home than where I'm going. And that's because you have to put in the work for what you want. If you want to go out of state and you're not putting in work, then you don't want to go out of state for college. And that's regardless of if it's just New York to Pennsylvania, or if it's just Florida to Louisiana, or if it's literally being crazy like me and going 3,000 miles from Pennsylvania to California. Whatever you want to do, you have to do it. You have to get up, you have to find the resources and take advantage of the opportunities you're giving. The one thing I know, like, my political views are pretty radical, but the one thing I do really appreciate about this country is that anyone that works hard, and yes, some of us have to work harder than others, but anyone that works hard can get what they want in this country. Don't get me wrong, there were nights that I didn't want to write essays, that I was so tired of the rejection, that see an acceptance letter, even see a deferred letter. University of San Francisco, I didn't even get in at first. I was deferred, because all these schools I applied to early action, I was deferred and then I got in. So you really, 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 really have to have motivation, and you really just have to find one reason why you want to go out of state if you are going out of state, and make that the reason why you do what you do. The second thing I would say is complete your FAFSA early. Like, complete your FAFSA early. If I didn't complete my FAFSA early, I would not be going out of state, because it's so expensive. College money in general, like tuition, is just no joke, so do your FAFSA early. The third thing that I'm going to say in this video is keep your head up and don't compare yourself to other people. I'm part of a committee at school where we talk about colleges and, like, the whole admissions process, and invited to do that. And I remember the first or second meeting we had, I had just gotten my second rejection letter. First was Santa Clara, and second was Drexel. And Drexel, I swear I was a shoo-in. For one, I'm a legacy. Two, I've been communicating with these people back and forth since my freshman year as a safety. They are SAT flexible, and usually with my major you can get in with a lower SAT score. I was going to get in, or at least get deferred. Even if I wasn't going to get a lot of money, I thought I was going to get in and have an option to stay home, because I would like that as an option. But God doesn't play like that, because to be honest, yeah, and 3 or 4 people at the table had just gotten into Drexel. One of them had gotten a full ride. To be honest, like, there was a feeling of jealousy, because one of the people honestly was rubbing it in. Like, we're not going to go into the story time as to why, but he or she was rubbing it in. And it was hard. It was hard. That week was very, very hard. And I remember my counselor, after the meeting, he pulled me to the side, and he was just like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Do not compare yourself to people, as hard as it is. Like, this year is so stressful and so amazing and so emotional in the best and worst way possible. Senior year is honestly supposed to be the greatest year of your life. I'm crying. Do not add stress on yourself by comparing yourself to others. Be happy for your friends when they get into schools, even if you didn't get into them, because you would want them to be happy for you. Even saying that I'm going to college, you have to be grateful for the opportunities you are given. And at this point, I'm really happy. I think the only other school that I would have trumped this for would have been USC, to be honest. Yeah, this video is long enough. Let me stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more college videos. Stay tuned for more fun stuff. I will be doing a video on Wednesday. Subscribe down below if you're not already. Hit the like button so I can tell if you guys like these videos. Share this video, and most importantly, keep creating. I love you all. Bye.